Alright guys, this video is going to be a follow-up video to my Microsoft Neptune tour video. And this video is just going to be focusing on the activity centers portion of Neptune, because that was really the main feature. Now you couldn't actually access it at first. You had to actually manually copy the files over from the installation CD. And once you did that, this interface, what it kind of reminds me of is, it, sort of looks like the Windows 8 start screen. It doesn't really look like it, but it sort of, has the same feel to it. As if, because when you turn on like any Windows 8 machine, you kind of get the same thing. Like you have, these apps you can, click on this and it'll open it. You have like your email client. You have like your like a modern UI mail app. You have your Internet Explorer browser on there. So all that same stuff is here. So that's what this is, like a very early alpha version of the Windows 8 start screen. That's kind of what I think it is. And I mean, it's not at all the same as the Windows 8 start screen at all, but you might agree that it does look a little bit like it. Like it has the same feel to it. But anyway, this never made it to Windows XP, but if it did, I think that Windows XP and Windows Vista would have been a lot different. For one, I think that Active Desktop might not have ever been taken out of Windows Vista, because they would probably want to keep this and keep adding features to it in Vista, and we would probably still have it today. But they decided to not put this in for whatever reason. But there's more to it than just this little like launchpad thing here. There are actually some files when you copy it over from the CD, because the music thing, the photos and games, apps or programs, they are not actually, like, they don't exist at all. Like mediactr.exe doesn't exist at all, so that's why it can't find it. But there are some HTML files that are in the folder that we have copied over from the CD, and we can actually view what it would actually be like to launch this app here. So that's what we're going to actually do today, and I'm just going to see what the activity centers were like. Now, first off, we're going to focus on this thing just for a little bit. Now, why I think it's kind of like the Windows 8 start screen is you can make it go full screen. And what you can actually do here is you can just like any like active desktop thing, you can to do this thing here, go to cover desktop. Now I believe you can do that with other like active desktop widgets. I'm not really sure if they're called that, but basically this is designed to work with the active desktop function, which I believe was introduced in either Windows 95 or Windows 98. It was one of those, and basically allows you to have like a HTML file as your wallpaper. So pretty cool. And you see, one thing we can also do is resize it. If I can do that, yeah. See, we can put it in this like little draggable window here, and we can like put it down here in this corner. Like, say you don't want it covering your whole screen, you can just have it down here in this corner, and you can be working on something over here, and you say you want to like launch your internet browser. Well, you can do that. So this is kind of like I've said before, a Windows 8 start screen, but it doesn't have the same features, because the Windows 8 start screen, you can obviously do more, but you can't take that and just drag it into this little window. You can also change the size of this if you want. You can change the size to, like, if you don't even want it at all, you can just take it off your desktop. Like if I do active desktop, if I don't even want this thing on at all, I can just turn it off like that. But of course we're not going to do that. But like, you can make it really small if you just want to see like if you just want it this thin, you can just put it over here. I mean, it's really customizable, and that's what's really cool about it. But you can also change what these little things do, or these little like shortcuts here. So we can click on this customize this page thing, and you can see that we have this like empty thing here, and we can actually make this point to another app. So let's say I want this to be let's say WinRAR, because I just have that on here. Let's say I want to make this shortcuts open WinRAR. So I just type in WinRAR here, or you can type in any other name, and it changes the name to WinRAR, and you click on save and exit, and now you have WinRAR here, and you click on this, it opens up WinRAR, which is pretty cool. You can also change what all of these do. If you click on customize, you see we can change what email, what the internet does. You can just click on change, and you can see what the what the program is pointed to, what the description is. You can change all that. Now, if this was actually made into like an actual program within Windows XP, I would think that they would add a lot more of these options. They would not just keep it like to this like limited, because as you know, within the Windows 8 start screen, you can have a ton of different apps and shortcuts on there. Well, I believe they would do that with this right here if this was ever made into the final release, which it wasn't, but I'm saying if it was. You can also show this recent programs thing over here. Like if you don't want it, you can just not show it. Click on exit. Now it's not there. You can go back to customize, and basically what this does is it actually shows recent programs that you have used, and it just puts them all here. So let's actually browse the like other files that came with these programs that we don't have. So we have to go to the C drive. We have to go to WinNT.0, because I still have Windows 2000 on this virtual machine, and it's the activity folder. This is the folder that it creates when you copy all the files over. And you see we have a few folders here. We have start, which is this thing here. It's all the files for this. Start page. This is the HTML file for what we're viewing. As you can see, it's the exact same thing, just in Internet Explorer. And again, like I mentioned in the tour video, it does say Windows codename Millennium up there, if you see. Of course, I'm not really sure why, because this is codename Neptune. So they were thinking about bringing this over to Windows ME, like as a final feature, but they never did. So I'm not really sure. But the reason we don't really know why it says this up here, but we're just that's just a theory. And we can go into the images folder. There's nothing. SPT cust. There's this is the customize folder. These are all the files for when we go to customize everything, and as you can see, it is updated with everything. So I should be able to save something from here, and it should take effect on this. I'm not really sure though. It's just, yeah, see, it just took effect. So this is like another theme here. It's the jump theme. I guess you could like download themes. Maybe you could make your own themes. I'm not really sure. This is like a task or change. Oh no, this is a change starting place. This is the same. This is a little menu you get when you go in. Let me just show you this little thing here. So yeah, we can go back. And let's go into the photo folder. So these are all the files for this thing right here, this photoctr.exe. And let's take a look at, well, I'm not going to spend that much time in here because I believe that start crashes Internet Explorer. It's either start or home crashes Internet Explorer. I'm not really sure why, but it just doesn't load. So let's take a look at camera here. And you can see this looks like it was a thing to get pictures off of your camera, which is pretty cool. Let's look at crop here. Close that. Like a basic photo editor, you can crop your picture. Let's take a look at edit. Like a basic photo editor, you can actually edit your pictures. You can crop or rotate insert fix up or remove red eye. So that's kind of cool. Email, you can assume, yeah, you can email your pictures. Folder, find pictures you want to email. So it's like gonna open a folder. Now, one thing I noticed is all of these hyperlinks point to this folder here. I'm not really sure why, they just point to this folder. So I'm going to assume that it's looking for one of these files in this folder. They just didn't really specify which one when they were coding it. As you can see, it just says file C1NT activity photo, and then there's nothing else. So it just points to this with, so you know, there's, and then this folder 2, it's like a, you know, picture viewer. Get pics, it's kind of the same thing, getting pictures off your camera. Maybe like another version of that. Home, oh, that's the one that crashes Internet Explorer. So not home, my albums. See, it's like an album editor. My pictures, or my pics. What do you want to do with your pictures? You can view them as a slideshow, edit them, organize, email, create web photo album, print, or return the photos home, which again brings you back to this folder. So yeah, let's move on to namespace. Now this actually looks like it's a file browser of some type, which looks kind of cool. And you see, we can actually get the file size here. Let me go to my documents, show you that this is actually grabbing it from my pictures here, which is kind of cool. Let's say if I view this, this is the sample picture that came with the Windows Neptune thing. As you can see, the date created was 1/10/1998. Can zoom in on it. So yeah, that is actually pretty cool. It's like a web file browser. Okay, we got nav bar. So this is like a like the navigation bar that would go on the top of whatever you were viewing. And we see we got like a back button, home, my pictures, my albums, get pictures, help, and exit, which again all point to this folder. NSC, and it's got like an ActiveX control, and this looks like it's not a file browser here, but we can't really do anything apparently. Or can we expand, explore? Okay, well, clicking on that just brings up in like a normal Explorer window. Sharing, yeah, just so this is like a web version of Windows Explorer, which is kind of interesting, because you know you can get the same like little menu here, and when you click on properties, it just brings this up. So that's kind of interesting, and yeah, choosing a different folder brings you to the same folder. So we got some whatever folder. What kind of file is this? Oh, it's a CSS file. God, I think this is an XML file. Yes, I think yes. So we got some CSS and XML files. Preview is a like little photo previewer. Of course, it doesn't work because it doesn't have a photo to actually preview. Rotate, it looks like it's something you can rotate pictures and save them. Scanner, it looks like something you would be scanning pictures from your scanner or your all-in-one printer that has a scanner. Select, looks like you're choosing the pictures you want to email again. And start, which is just blank, and it crashes Internet Explorer anyway. Right, moving on to music here, and we kind of have the same thing, but the start page works for this one. Let me find it here. Oh, it's called Home. That's what it is. So yeah, this is like the home menu for when you would click on this here, this music thing. It would probably bring you to this, but in like an exe file. Yeah, CD, which is nothing. We have choose PL, which is acting for an ActiveX control, which does not work. Let's try to not load it. And okay, well now we get something. Choose the playlist you want. Click on a playlist to select it and click OK. Let's click on MSN. So this looks like it's actually getting favorites from my Internet Explorer, which is interesting. And we cannot click on the OK button. It's like grayed out or something. And we can search for a playlist, or create a playlist, search one on my computer, delete from my music, open my music folder, and so yeah, it's like a little playlist thing. Edit PL, which I'm going to assume is edit your existing playlists. Home, which again is the home thing I just showed you. Import, which is going to import music to this little like exe file that was never created, but you or it either imports it to a folder somewhere in my. Let's see. Yeah, just browse. It always brings you to here. Create a playlist. No, it doesn't work either. Um, Automatically search my computer. Yes, it's just like a little import thing. Jukebox. Again, it's asking for an ActiveX control, which doesn't work. Let's try to load it without it, and we get kind of the same thing. It's like a music you want to play, but it's for some reason pointing to. Let me show you here. You see, this is the same as my internet favorites here. I don't know why that is, but it's like this is not music at all. Maybe this is like the online radio thing, and it's trying to ask me to select an online radio station. Like, see this radio station guide. I'm not really sure, but let's go to music PL. Let's just not load it. And yeah, we got the same thing. Choose music from your playlist, and I'm not. Yeah, same thing. And the done button just does nothing. My music. We will not load the ActiveX control. Kind of looks like the same thing as one of these. I'm not sure which one it was, but looks very similar. We have navbar, which kind of looks like the same thing as the photos navbar online. Online looks like it might be the oh, coming soon to a music center near you. Okay, that's kind of let's open with Notepad. Yep, it's just a simple H1 header, and it's just coming soon to a media center near you. That's it's interesting. Let me close this here. So obviously this was not completed yet, and it was never completed because activity centers was never finished. Let's go to player. It looks like it's a music player, which doesn't work. I don't know why, but we got like something that hasn't loaded up here. Playlist kind of looks like the same thing we saw before over here. Let's not load this. Compare. As you see, it does look a little bit different. Well, no, there was one that looked exactly like this. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to find it now. But yeah, there's like duplicate files. Maybe that's for, like a reason. But there was, like, I know there was another one of these that I opened. I don't know what it was called. But maybe that's for a reason. I don't know. Radio, again, coming soon to a media center near you. And that's like player. Or no, it's like online. So it's an exact copy of this file. It looks exactly the same. So, yeah. REC is just blank. And save PL obviously is going to save the playlist. So you can type a name. Let's call it playlist. And we can save, but nothing happens. Because all those buttons don't work. And images, I don't think there's... Oh, yes, there is stuff in here. Let's go through these. So we got like a picture of a CD. Got gradient to music. It looks like a gradient. Logo music. Windows Music Center. Okay, so this is like the little Music Center logo that we haven't seen yet in any of those files. Music selection box. Okay, so this might have been for one of those files that it was trying to use. I'm not sure. Music stripes. This is all of the things that are on like the side there. Music control. So this looks like it's the music player thing. So that looks kind of cool. Let's zoom in on it here. As you can see, got like a CD option, a radio, like a My Music option, like the little audio spectrum waves, whatever you want to call it, and all of our player controls over here. So that's kind of cool. We have Windows logo, which is just the Windows logo. Yeah, nothing really to see there. Or an old school Windows logo, if you want to call it that. So let's go back to the Game Center, where I'm going to see what's just called Games. Yeah, it's called Game CTR, Game Center. Now, Game Center was actually made in Windows, either Windows Vista or Windows 7. I think it was Vista. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I do think it was Vista. It was taken out in Windows 8. So this might have been where they got the whole like idea for that from. But also, Media Center was also introduced in. It was actually introduced in Windows XP Media Center Edition, but I think it really caught on in Windows Vista. But the first version was in Windows XP, and so that might have came from the music and the photos thing. So this right here, might have been like the backbone of all that stuff that we use today. I don't think Media Center is in Windows 8 though. I don't know why. They seem to take a lot of stuff out of Windows 8. But yeah. So let's look at start page. It's blank. Okay, bug hack to get home page at start of travel log. What? Okay, is that something they put in there, or is that? It's something that they put in there. Bug hack to get home page at start of travel log. That, okay, that is interesting. That looks like it was okay. I'm just gonna. I don't even know. Is that something they put in there to like they were having problems and they never changed it or something? I don't know. All right. Bug hack to get home page at start of travel log. That's our new slogan or something. I don't know. Template. Here's a blank template with 2 red X's that doesn't work. Let's go up here to game delete. This is the first one. Remove games. So it looks like it's something that would obviously remove games. We don't have any, and these just point to the this directory here again. So, and we have game list, which looks like it is a so I'm gonna with Notepad here. It is a CSS template for Game Center, and this must be the list of games that you have, but it cannot load into game delete or let's see what's in game tips. Okay, well this is actually loading stuff. Game site of the day, the source for online entertainment. That's interesting. I'm not sure that site is. Oh, earthnet.net. It is actually a site that still exists today. I'm gonna assume they're a game maker, maybe. Oh no, that is interesting. We have MSN's Gaming Zone magazine. So they actually had magazines. MSN made a magazine. That's interesting. Because I don't think they have it anymore. For the latest tech tips, or for the latest tips on both online and offline gaming, join MSNBC's Stephen Kent on games and stuff, where gamers go to know from ZDNet, computer games, online source for what's happening in games, and these all point to the WinNT .0 activity games directory. Again, I don't know why, but it just does. So yeah, let's go to home here. Well, home I tried to open. I think I did. Oh no, now it's opening. Okay, that's weird. Oh no, did I open? Yes, I think I opened start and it didn't work. Okay, but home works. This is like the home center thing when you clicked on this right here. And view most recent games by name. You can also read game news, play web games, remove games, or configure game controllers. And this is where all your games would be, but they aren't because we don't have any. But apparently, oh look at that! It actually opens the folder in here. Like it doesn't actually go to a whole window, which is kind of interesting. Nav bar, same thing as we've seen before. Back, home, game news, web games, search, help, and exit. News list. It's the same thing we saw before in one of these other files. I think it was game tips, or was it? I don't know what it was. It was something. We have sort, MRU something. Yeah, sort MRU. It's nothing, and more info brings you here. Start, which doesn't work. I already tried it. It's a white blank page. Template, which is again 2 red X's. It looks like it says uninstall size, which is again nothing. Game data, which is just an XML file. Game icon. Here we have some icons. Free cell. It looks like free cell icons. Maybe they're thinking of putting free cell into here. Game center. Is this the actual? Oh, this is the icon for it. Yeah, this is the icon for it. Let me open with imaging. Okay, so it doesn't open. How about image preview? Yeah, this is the icon for it. It's really like, you know, pixelated because you can't really see it, but yeah, that's the icon for it. MS Hearts, hearts icon, Sol, the solitaire icon, and WinMine, the Minesweeper icon. So these are the games that would have come. We've got FreeCell, MS Hearts, Solitaire, and Windows Mine, or Minesweeper, sorry. But those games, I believe, do actually come with Windows Neptune already, as you see here. We have Solitaire. Now, what version of this? It says Windows 2000. Now, I don't think the games came with Windows 2000, which is kind of interesting. So that is like another whole thing of why this version of Windows was aimed at home users. We have images. Let's take a look at the images. We got game stripes, which is the same as music stripes or picture stripes, whatever they were. List BG. It's like a background thing. We have news BG, same thing, just a little bit bigger. And news CGO. Looks like it was an image from something we saw earlier. A game news XML file, GameSpot, where gamers go to know that was the same thing we saw earlier from GameSpot. MSN Game Zone, Microsoft Gaming Zone, MSNBC, VR1, source for online entertainment, and Zombie. Never saw that, but it's Zombie. So yeah, that's the game folder. We can go into common. Nothing here either. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it for the Windows Neptune activity centers. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.